Well, this video didn't age well. Greetings fellow Vita fans, this is James with PS Vita at 2 AM, coming at you once again with another exciting video. And if you're new here and love everything PlayStation Vita, don't forget to subscribe. I knew it. I knew for the longest time now that things were going too well on this channel. There was just way too much positive news in my previous videos, so I guess we need something that's a bit more heart-wrenching now, right? Yeah, seems like it's about time. And despite the fact that we've been dealt yet another blow, I'm gonna do my best to keep this news as positive and uplifting as I possibly can, even though I'm dying on the inside. Oh, and be sure to tell me how severely you're dying on the inside down in the comment section below, and we can, die together. Wouldn't be the first time for me. Okay, so those who are new to the channel, or maybe for veterans out there, just to give a little recap here, in the past I have talked about how the PS5 just might be compatible with the PS Vita via remote play. Wow, that's a lot harder to say than it sounds. We saw many signs of it, we saw many leaks, we saw a lot of evidence out there. Most of it was speculation, true, but it did look like it would have promise. Well, those promises might not be so promising now. This article comes from fanbit.com/news. Here's what they had to say. Get ready to get kicked in the private section again. PS4 can play PS5 games through remote play, but what about the Vita? I feel like the PS4 remote play feature, which let you stream to the console device like your PC phone or PlayStation Vita, was one of the secret best things to come out of the last generation. It was a trendsetter for things like xCloud, which would help companies come to grips with the idea that games need to be limited to the hardware they were designed for if you can stream them to something else. Well, it looks like the PlayStation 5 is following suit, as reviewers who have access to the system before it launches, this article is kind of old, so it's already launched. On Thursday, are seen apps appear on the PS4s with PSN accounts linked to a PS5 system to enable the feature on the old system. Outlets like IGN have reported that the app was surprise dropped on PS4s this morning, but isn't unusual at the time of this writing, as PlayStation Network is currently down for several review consoles. But if you're a person who maybe has two TVs in your house, I mean, it's the year 2020, doesn't everybody? And wants to leave a PS4 plugged into one of them, it will be an easy way to play your PlayStation 5 games at a different room without having to move the device across the house. Oh sweet, it's perfect for people who are lazy like me.
Well, at least he admits it.
But as a person who is not only a PlayStation Vita apologist, but also used remote play to experience a non-insignificant amount of PS4 games on the handheld device, I was curious as to whether or not I'd be able to do the same for my PlayStation 5 for the next 7 or 8 years, give or take. Hey, if you're a PlayStation Vita fan, you're going to be doing it way longer. And it looks like that might not be the case this time. Oh no, I can feel the sword of Damocles descending upon us now. Sony released an extensive FAQ on the PlayStation 5 today, and when you scroll down to there, it talks about remote play. It specifically omits the handheld system when talking about compatible devices. You guys feeling the pain in the private section? I know I am. Players will still be able to access their PS5 from a PC or mobile device via remote play in the same way as the PS4. With PS5, you'll still be able to access your PS5 from a PS4 console or another PS5 via remote play. But notice how they didn't say the PlayStation Vita.
I see what you did there, Sony.
In some ways, Sony not supporting the feature for the PlayStation Vita isn't surprising. The poor thing hasn't seen an official software update in over a year, which in hindsight is really actually a good thing. I mean, how am I supposed to play my GTA 3 game with an official update to block it? And Sony hadn't mentioned it in pretty much any capacity long before that. But it is a shame that a really great feature is basically about to die out for a system that was probably the best equipped to perform it. That I agree 100% with. I played a fair bit of my Persona 5 Royal playthrough on my Vita this way, and it really just works for games that you'd rather not be tethered to a television for. I suppose that mobile phones can serve as a similar purpose, but having a dedicated handheld just has a different feel to it than strapping a controller to your mobile device. Once again, I agree 100%. And yeah, if you look at the PS5 Ultimate Q&A, you'll notice that there is not a zilch on the PS Vita. But I will concur with the author of this article that, yeah, is it really that surprising? Despite all of the speculation that we had seen in the past, Sony's actions usually would more than likely contradict it most of the time.
We were still so hopeful though.
But overall, I gotta say, I'm saddened by this news. Even though, yeah, it's probably not gonna surprise very many of you out there, it just seemed like just kind of the obvious thing to do. I mean, here you have a system, or a handheld in this case, it's already made. Why why not just make it compatible with your latest system? I know that PS Vitas have been discontinued and aren't being sold anymore, at least, officially, but that doesn't mean you could still tempt some of the Vita community out there, or hey, even gamers that just love to do remote play on a dedicated handheld device, and this thing would have sold like hotcakes. Well, I mean, even more hotcakes than the PS5 is already selling. And I'm sure that didn't have anything to do with the decision. Oh, and for any of you out there who are thinking that maybe, just maybe, it would be possible to remote play your PS5 on your PS4 and then daisy chain it to your PS Vita, no, it's already been confirmed that it doesn't work. Nah, it's a no-go.
Dang, Sony, you think of everything.
So guys, I guess the inevitable that we inevitably thought would inevitably come has been... I'm so sad that I keep stumbling over my own words. But yeah, there you have it. Just wanted to share this bit of info for you guys that in case you were on the fence about buying a PS Vita strictly for the remote play aspect, I can tell you now, it ain't happening. And knowing Sony, it probably never will. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's your opinion? I would love to hear that down in the comments section below, and we can have a nice discussion. Or just reminisce about our poor life choices and thinking that the PS5 would be compatible with the PS Vita. Whatever works. I'm depressed. Where's my root beer? And as always, fellow Vita fans, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It really means a lot to me. Love you all, and I'll see you next time. This video has been brought to you in part by all of these wonderfully generous people who help make this content possible, including Zecrito, Ascorp, Milk Sama, Neo Arashi, Reiko Star, Matt Fox, B Mystery, Makis Blob, David Ray, Sculpture Tugel TCG, Rodrigo Vera, Larry Anderson, Wendy K, Adam Thury, Aaron Swanson, Mario Cruz, Pierce Sterner, Heston Joseph, Jelle, E-Rock, Kevin Enright, Lori Sweeney, JR, Jared Haddo, Richard Cruz, Kyle Brooks, Joshua Williams, PS Vita S, Hemdall Imbert, Saul Ramirez, Clayton Merlarkey, Adam Sondi, Gutter Drums, Phantom XRS, BMF, Hero Acer, Jackie, Azumara, Cabo Trappa, Matt Hargett, Ronan Elganto, Tasha Monty, Eric DeWitt, Juan M. Hermosillo, Burzin Mystery, Silica, and Jesus Hernandez. If you would be interested in supporting the channel and seeing your name on this end screen here, or if you wish to remain anonymous, that can be provided too, then make sure to check the links down in the description below. I have numerous ways for you to do this down there. Can't support the channel in this manner? Don't worry about it. Likes and shares help equally as much at making this channel grow.
Root beer!